performance that you need to get through your match.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
there was, I think it was a few media days ago, because we had them in Katowice, obviously, on stage, but there was a couple of events where players were testing them out on media day, and everyone was saying it feels so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Where does the kind of inspiration and I guess the science come from in terms of how you guys build these chairs?
Yeah, so our CEO and founder, Steve Dufresne, he actually comes from the wheelchair industry. So he knows how the human body should sit, and he built a chair for humans, and he knew gamers were like the most hardcore sitters in the world. And that's why we wanted to bring this chair to the ESL to showcase to the world that you don't have to sit in chairs that are uncomfortable, right? And that's the kind of the stigma. You buy a gaming setup and you have to get this so-called gaming chair, which is a race car chair, which makes no sense at all why we're sitting in those. And he developed it where the cushion itself is all medical grade. So there's actually cutouts here. So when you sit down, your tailbone and all your butt bones is actually in like free fall. Like the pressure distribution is amazing. So when people sit down in our chair for the first time, we get this whole like, oh, whoa, wow.
It's like a release, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's and actually it's the only chair that's FDA approved in the world.
Wow.
Because it fixes your posture over time. It holds you in your healthy position for a long period of time. And then we have this really cool feature that's a tilt. So a lot of chairs, when you sit in them, they kind of fold back and forth, right? This one tilts, so it keeps you in your healthy position the whole time. And it actually releases more pressure on your back and your discs. So yeah, it's one of the best features. I love the tilt mechanism.
Something that we were just talking about in terms of Antos, it's not just about building chairs and making sure the gamers have good posture. There's a whole kind of ethos, there's a whole foundation outside of this. Can you just give the viewers at home a little summary of what exactly you guys are doing outside of just making the chairs?
No, exactly. We're a foundation-first company. So there's a percentage of proceeds that go to our foundation that help build wheelchairs for kids and people in Guatemala and all around the world too. So Africa and other places that are, it's really hard to get these materials. And then we also have an adaptive water sports event 2 times a year in Grand Rapids, Michigan and Wisconsin. And it's free. Families can come out and you could jet ski, ride boats. It is amazing to see, kids who have never had an experience riding, in the water or on a boat or a kayak or go fishing, come out and actually experience it. And it's the most heartwarming thing I've ever been a part of. And I'm excited to talk about that and, let people know there's more behind this than just the chair. We're here for the humans, and that's both sides. So
some of the videos you were showing me, it's just the kind of elation on those kids' faces, right? Something they would have never got to experience otherwise. It's truly something super special. Where did that ideology come from? Like, I'm really curious as to why that was something that is so important to you guys.
Steve, like I said,